Well, is it working? It says online. Okay, I'm gonna check on my phone, see if I can see it. I've never tried this before, so we shall see. Well, look, check it out. Seems to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through a bit of this mix here. This is a song called Blue Paradise with an artist I've been working with called Sury. Yeah, I think it's not a complete mix from scratch, but I'm gonna spend a bit of time on it and hopefully get it kind of finished. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Hopefully you can hear some sound. Anyone out there? Can you hear that? The dog is right next to me. Well, I'm gonna assume that you can hear it since OBS says there's sound. And I'm just gonna start mixing. So I will go through it real quick. So drums are at the moment just some stuff from Easy Drummer. I'm actually running it through Superior so I can have a bit more control with the mixer here. I've got it stemmed out to these tracks, but I haven't really bothered to bounce them individually. Probably I should, but yeah, we'll maybe I'll do that later. But I can at least I can add effects here to the individual tracks. Yeah, there's a couple more drum production elements. I think these are just some kicks that were added in, some sort of sub kicks. That's kind of cool. Some bass guitar. This needs some work. Something I played. Nicely edited that. Should consolidate that, I suppose. Keyboard. Atmosphere, yep. Nice. Some keyboards. This is stuff that she played. There's already some processing here. Filter Saturn, some delay. More keyboards, some guitars. Something I did. cool. There's some more in the chorus. Sound pretty good. Let's see, saxophone. This is something that Sury played. Some cool sax stuff. Yeah. Some processing here already. This EQ compression, some reverb. Yeah, we'll see how we go with that, but it sounds pretty good. And then the vocals. So verse, bridge, chorus, and all the layers, backing vocals. Yeah, these are all backing vocals too. Yeah, good stuff. So let's just work a bit on the drums maybe. In fact, what I might do first is put a bit of mastering on. Get something happening here. Hopefully this isn't going to be too much louder.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals. So much better to repress all of that. Living in a dream without sorrow. They say you should wake up.
So this is like a basic mastering setup that I like to start with. I'll run through it real quick. There's some of this Slate virtual mix rack on here, mostly with this virtual channel here. There's some saturation, console saturation. I'm gonna try a few of these different settings, but it's pretty subtle, but this gives a nice bit of low end. Then we have some tape. Followed that with some multiband. Play around with that a bit more. This is yeah, cool plugin, but bit of a difficult one to navigate around and explain. But it's some kind of tape simulation as well, saturation tape thing. Bit more fab filter Saturn here. Some EQs is probably just all flat right now. Another flat EQ and some limiting. That's all down anyway. So yeah, just mostly saturation here. That's what I'm doing at the moment, but we'll see how we go with that. It's a good start anyway.
Everything seems to.
Let's just jump to the chorus.
Hey, you falling down into that green blue paradise.
bit. Add a bit of decapitator there for a bit of saturation. Nothing too crazy. I mean, the drums sound pretty good already. There's not a whole lot to do. They're already kind of processed samples, so just give it a little bit extra. I don't really like to solo things too much, but I'll just have a look and see if anything stands out and try and mix as much as I can with everything together. Probably what I'll do actually is gonna add just some parallel processing here to sort of go from there. Something I like to use is this add some cool vibe to drums, if I can get it set right. So I'm just gonna grab all these and send it here. Turn it down a bit. Drums, parallels. here. So is this working, guys? I'm gonna check my Facebook real quick just to see. kind of reverb thing a little bit. See how that sounds. Yeah, I've got too many. Let's see. This is a classic one. Bass guitar. What I have been doing is using often this amplitude. There's some quite cool presets in here I like using with music. We see. It's cool. This one's quite rad. Strange. Still don't know how any of this really works. Well, back to what I do know. Yeah, so that sounded good. Pretty. I think I'm just gonna add a bit of side chaining here from the kick, so it's going to duck it a little bit. Hey. Get back here. Try is always this CLA bass plugin. It's always way too loud, so. Another thing I wanted to add as well was a bit of room mic on this. See if we can make that sound good. Okay. this doesn't crash it. So there's different size spaces here you can try out. It's pretty cool. Don't want anything really too crazy. I don't know, different mic options. Don't do a whole lot. So there's already some reverb on here. I think they sound good anyway. Some panning effect there in the start. Yeah, not much to do with those. That was disabled, so it's 2 here. Effects buses. No. This isn't really my mixing template. I'm just kind of mixing straight from the production sessions, so a lot of my kind of template stuff isn't really here, but yeah, we can add what we need. This needs just a little bit of use the same echo. Just band limit that a little bit, make everything a little bit smaller here during the bridge, and then it's a bit more impact for the chorus. That down a bit. Let's check out some guitars maybe. This was probably just something from my Kemper. You can hear it sounds like there's some reverb already on there, so let's print it like that. Should just balance out here with the saxophone, these two kind of instruments, left and right, kind of providing the instrumentation for the verses. See if I can add a bit more kind of, I don't know, reverb maybe. I guess spring would be nice. More spring reverb. Don't know if I have one. This one's always pretty good. Shorter. okay, so it's not the best played guitar part ever, but I think it works alright. Plugin for compressing guitars a bit. Simple and yeah, it does a good job. Sounds pretty great. I mean, that's not much else to do with the instruments. There's just an end bridge. There's just verse, bridge, chorus, repeats again. The second chorus is a little bit longer, like twice as long, with some variations in it. Then kind of ends really. I so most important thing, obviously, here is the vocals. So let's take a look at that. So we have, these are all main vocal lines here, and then quite a lot of backing vocals, which is where a lot of really cool stuff is happening. So the vocals were already compressed when we recorded them with a distressor, my nice tube mic. So they sound pretty good straight away, but yeah, they need some. They're gonna need just some effects and general vibe. So let's try and make that happen. Let's see. Do I have my? Effects buses. Nope. I'm gonna grab those from my template. I'm just gonna save this. First mix, just in case it crashes. Then open up my template real quick. Is it still working then? Tom, Sean, hey guys. I don't really know how to kind of have a chat open somehow without this crazy looking screen. What does microshift do? Yeah, microshift is just a chorus effect basically. Just a nice way to you know, just put it on a mono source and then you get a nice sort of stereo chorus vibe going on. Works like good for, yeah, anything you want to sound a bit stereo, just throw that on. I'll show you to you here because I have it in my vocal effects. Do I need anything else? I don't think so. Okay. Put those in my vocal group. Yeah, so just to give like a subtle bit of stereo effect. I'll show you this with the vocal here.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better to...
Magic, huh? Instantly sounds, gives it some space, doesn't sound anything like too weird or phasey or something, without lots of delay or reverb, and yeah, really cool.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better to repress all of that. Living in a dream without sorrow.
So a few more things we can use. A bit of reverb here. This is just UAD lexicon. It's nothing too big or crazy sounding. Again, it just adds a little bit of space to the vocals. So let's have a listen to that.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better.
Another cool one is this whisper track. It's like a vocoder thing. Sounds kind of crazy on its own like this, but with the vocals sounds.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better to...
Yeah, that's something nice. There's some delays here. They're mostly Echo Boy. I'm not going to use it, I think, a lot. I mean, I might try this quarter note here, but it's probably going to be too much.
In your world,
That's the half note one.
in your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into...
I mean, it's not necessary, I think. This should be like pretty, yeah, nothing too crazy production with these vocals. I think it's probably the best.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better to repress all of that. Living in a dream without sorrow. They say you should wake up.
Gonna throw the same effects on everything here for the main vocals. Maybe a little bit more compression. Simple, but
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals, so much better to repress all of that. Living in a dream without sorrow. They say you should wake up. They ask, what about tomorrow? Hey, you, falling
Cool. I'm gonna put these in different folders because I want to process those backgrounds. On a group. I think everything's kind of panned already. Kind of done most of that. There's something at the end here, right? Yes. Some effects on the end, vocals. I mean, they're kind of balanced and they just sound a bit dry. They need a bit of effect, so I'm just gonna use something I use a lot for vocals, which is vocals, C-lay vocals.
In your world, everything seems too hard. Small things are turning into big deals. So much. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Sounds a little bit cutting out for me. I don't know if that's happening, what you guys hear. Yeah, it was really difficult to try and get all the microphone and the sound out to the software. Yeah, it's a real hassle to set up, but yeah, hopefully it's working still. So let's just work on it a bit.
Living in a dream without sorrow. They say you should wake up. They ask, what about tomorrow? Hey, you falling down into that green blue paradise. Hey, you lose.
Got a bit glitchy there. I don't know if you could all hear that, but just took off the mastering stuff for now so we can get through this.
They say you should ask, what about tomorrow? Hey, you falling down into that green blue paradise. Hey, you losing time, wallowing green blue light.
such big reverb here in the verse with these backgrounds.
In your dream, everything seems wheels are turning into small things so much better. Wearing heart-shaped glasses. Come on, let's rise together. You say, let's fall asleep again. Maybe there'll be no tomorrow. Hey, you falling down into that green blue paradise. Hey, you losing time while loving green blue light. Let me fall with you. Let's swallow in blue paradise. We will lose time and wallow in green blue light.
Yeah, that's this. Love this reverb. Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a lot else to this one. Doesn't need to sound like crazy kind of overproduced pop production kind of vibe. It's probably one of the more poppy songs on this this album we're doing, but I think it needs to keep that kind of singer-songwriter vibe as well. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it as it is. Let's see if I can just get this to play with the mastering, because we still need to tweak that a bit.
You say, let's fall asleep again. Maybe there'll be no tomorrow.
Probably just my old laptop that can't handle it. Yeah, this stuff needs some tweaking for sure. I haven't set any of this stuff up. This needs to be looked at. Yeah, some EQ overall, maybe a few extra things I would do here in the mastering, but seems like my laptop's not really able to do that while I'm streaming it, so probably just gonna call it there. So yeah, if you did see any of this, then thanks very much. I'll try and be doing some more, and catch you later.